Vidar still remembered that day. A day he will never forget, forever. The day thousands of years of waiting came to an end, for the worst. At that time, he was suffering from the humans who had begun to arrive again in the name of the mission to hunt the king of monsters, making noise and provoking him as they had not done for centuries. He was not lying when it occurred to him that he wanted to kill them all. But he knew, if the forbidden forest had been quiet for nearly 1,000 years, it was only because he had done nothing during it. He didn't want any more trouble. That's it. That day, the weather was surprisingly beautiful. Just as he had been the day he met that nameless child. So different from the monotonous thousands of years he had lived. Vidar was walking quietly deep into the forbidden forest, an area where no human dared approach. And there, he saw her. The forest is not as special as I expected. A little girl was sitting cross-legged in front of the lake. Looking around. She mumbles alone, writes something in a small notebook, and then loses herself in thought. She repeats the same movements as if in a vicious circle. Vidar stared at her, dumbfounded, shocked, as if he had been hit in the chest. He didn't know why, but he felt a strong, irresistible feeling. She's the one I've been waiting for. For thousands of years, without knowing the name or features, without even being sure of their existence. He felt longing for this person. Maybe, because it's not time yet? I thought I might meet him though. The girl muttered vague words that were not understood and did not matter. What Vidar felt was beyond all logic. He wanted to get closer to her. He wanted to say something to her, a greeting, like a human, or even an incomplete sentence. He wanted to ask her, if she knew he was there, that he had been waiting for her all these centuries. But he couldn't. His body did not move, as if a great wall blocked the way. As if the universe itself prevents him from reaching it. I can't meet him now, so I have to finish the rest of the stages. No way. The girl muttered again, then got up after whistling the back of her skirt to remove the dirt. No, don't go, don't let the waiting start over. The words were boiling on the tip of his tongue, but he couldn't say any of them. It wasn't metaphorical. His body was literally paralyzed. Then, it happened, my notebook. A faint ringing, ripples in the surface of the calm lake. Her notebook fell into the water. After a desperate attempt to get him back, the girl left, her face sunken with sadness, her steps hesitant, her shoulders hunched. When she disappeared from his sight, only then could Vidar move. He stared at the path she had taken without blinking, and then finally turned his gaze to the lake. He extended his hand. A black mist appeared from his fingertips, spread over the water, and then quickly returned to him, carrying the notebook. The little girl's notebook, which she never knew would destroy everything. The girl. Presepe. Unfortunately, that notebook is still in Vidar's grip. That damned bastard. He said in an ice-cold voice, pulling the old notebook from his chest and looking at it. It was all bullshit. He never forgot those deadly feelings that invaded him when he read the contents of the notebook for the first time. Emptiness. Anger. Hatred. Desire to kill. Desire for revenge. On the contrary, those feelings were getting more intense with each passing day. From his point of view, this was completely normal. From Precipice's notebook notes, Precipice's world inside the cage, Presepe, daughter of Vanessa and the dragon Nidhogg. Half created. She was not made a human to be associated with the king of monsters. King of the monsters, he advises Vanessa during her pregnancy, and before her death Vanessa recommends that Presepe go to the forbidden forest. This is a true precursor to the so-called secret mode, where the king of the monsters is the true hero. When the other characters' endings, Dietrich, Ivan, Siegfried, Noah Duvern, Atari Hannon, are met, Vidar can finally be met, and perhaps out of this world and into the real world, where Pris actually lives. If you were the king of beasts, and if you were, as you told me, oppressed, so what if you met someone who designed your life like this? Because I'm the one who put all this up. Will you seek revenge? Grinding of teeth came out from between Vidar's tightly pressed lips. It was all because of you. The life I didn't want and was forced to fight for. To live like this, with these beings. To endure living through thousands of long and torturous years without dying. All just to meet you. Just to meet you in particular. But what disgusts me most is that everything that little Presepe wrote has been fulfilled literally. The information that if I sent the child to the Forbidden Forest he would not be rejected and would live safely was only part of the truth, and I also did not kill Vanessa in the end. Maybe Vanessa left a will that she should go to the Forbidden Forest as that girl wrote, and Presepe came here based on that evidence. Although the order of this world is gradually beginning to collapse, its basic structure still stands. How did you arrive? I walked on my feet. It was supposed to be under control. There was no one guarding him. Were there no walls? Isn't it supposed to be protected by a sacred card that is difficult to penetrate? It was in ruins, like broken church statues. Otherwise, she wouldn't have dared to enter the Forbidden Forest again like this without fear. Does the blood of creatures flow through Presepe's veins? I wish Presepe had told me this first. The reason behind this question for Fenric was simple, he had to make sure. Check if Presepe realizes how much she knows, and is she still aware of the fact that she can't leave this world unless she meets the Devil King, Vidar. Vidar tried by all means to break the pre-programmed order of this world. It's as if Presepe was replaying her life over and over again to watch endings with the male characters. It sent strange choices of male characters to post bugs that pushed them to discover themselves. And try to ignite chaos using regular Fenric. Maybe if I went to check myself, sending Presepe as an umbilical cord to the creatures in this way was also part of his plan. He had her confront Siegfried, the only one without a glitch, to cause even greater chaos. But sometimes he wondered, will I be shaken like these idiots who move only according to programming? What if I love Presepe? What will happen then? In the end, he came up with the same question, he must destroy the entire system of this world. Because Vidar itself is an entity programmed with specific values. Like the other male characters, but he is very different from Fenric. If he broke the program that made him love her, if he never reached out to her, there would be no way for Presepe to get out of this world. He thought things were going well so far. Was this not enough? No, it wasn't important. In the end, everything will be as Vidar wants. Vidar's blue eyes with narrow pupils faded, his thick horns shot out without hesitation, and his sharp fangs and claws returned to their feral form. But, in addition to his ugly appearance, something appeared above his head that had never been seen before. Spear of Love. Then, from his long fingertips, a small book rose with a black mist. Book of Memories. The book that Presepe had never really been able to see before. The Book of Memories code had been unlocked a long time ago, and it opened easily without problems. As he slowly stared at the drawings depicting Presepe's agonizing and relentless endings, Vidar moved his dry lips in a suspicious voice. You will never leave this world. It is as if he is speaking to Presepe and listening to her. This way you will feel even a little half of my pain. You will know what it means to live without hope, and not to die. To endure an endless period of time, just to meet someone. Then the black fog surrounding Vidar began to billow endlessly. It filled the cave and covered the dense forest. And not long after, fires started burning everywhere with choking smoke. He heard the screams of animals or creatures suffering, and everything burned until it was completely black. While Vidar was burning the entire forest, he remained focused on one thing. The image of Presepe hanging in a large cage like a cage, bound in chains, is screaming. He stared at that drawing for a long time, as if he was determined to return Presepe to that form at any cost.